We're going to be implementing the front-end portions of forget password and change password. So to start off with, we're going to be creating the form. We're going to take a user's email. That way we know who to forget the password for. So to start off, I want to just get the mutations that we're going to run in today's video. So we're first going to be using the, well, not first, but secondly, we're going to be using the change password one. We're also going to be using the forgot password one here. So I wrote them both out already, and I'm going to copy and paste them into the GraphQL folder. So I'm going to copy this. We're going to go to user. It's going to be a mutation. I'm going to say forgot password .ts, and we'll export it. And I'm going to name this forgot password mutation. Give that a save and import GQL. And again here, nothing special going on with the statement. We're just setting the email as a variable, and then we're calling the forgot password mutation, and then I gave it the same name here, just in uppercase F. So let's do the same thing for change password. Copy this. And we're going to say export const change password mutation. And then we're going to import this. And again, we're now just using the change password input, which we created on the server. And that's going to take a token and a new password. So now that we added both the change password, forgot password, we can generate the types for it. I'm going to say yarn generate. And then we're just going to restart the server with yarn dev. And then I'm going to create a new page that the forgot password form is going to be on. Forgot-password is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to copy the register form because it's basically the exact same code. So first off, I'm going to change the layout title. I'm going to name it forgot password. I'm also just going to go into the layout component and add another link. That way we can go to this page. And I'm going to call this forgot password. And we'll make the href forgot password to match what we typed in here. All right, so this is going to use the forgot password component. And we're going to have to rename it down here as well. And then back up here, I'm going to rename this forget password or forgot password. And really all this does is it sends the user an email. We don't have any validation on this, I don't think. So just going to go ahead and turn that off. Forgot password. So we need to pass in email. We'll have a single field in Formic, and we're going to just pass the data directly in. So our single field is going to be the person's email. So like that. And we don't need any of this fancy stuff. Get rid of all of that. Try catch. And we're just going to have response is equal to forgot password, and we're just going to log it. I'm fine pushing them to this check email page because we still want them to check their email after they send forgot password. We don't need to import that anymore or export it or destructure it, I mean. Email there is good, and then we're just going to have a single field. Send email. So if we come back over here and I refresh, you go forgot password, and instead of send email, I'm just going to say forget password there. That way it's clear. All right, so I'm going to forget the password for tom@tom.com. So let's send that. And I'm not sure if what we're going to see in the log back. I think I just returned, yeah, true or false, whether it worked. And now if I come back over to my log for the server, oh, we already are listening on this. I'm just going to restart the server. We're going to go to the email, go ahead and click that. And I'm going to click this. And this is the part that we're going to implement next. So this is going to have the token which we're going to use to change that user's password. So let's go ahead and create a route. And you'll notice this has a variable in the route. So we're going to go to our routes that we created. And this is in our server folder. And then I'm going to call this change password. And this is going to go to /user/change password. And then it's going to have a token in the URL. And I'm going to just keep the token here that we used for our ID. Or sorry, for our variable name. So I called this change password. So we're going to call our page change password. And we can copy our forget password. And we'll put this in here. And we're going to call this change password. We're going to use the change password component. Change password. And then here we're going to do change password, and we're going to pass in as our variables a data, and inside of that we're going to have a password, which we're going to get right here from the form itself. Data dot, oh, we need to rename this here, and we're going to just call it password. And then the other thing, the token, I'm just going to have as an empty string right now. We're going to get this from the URL, which we'll do in a second. After we get a successful change password, I'm going to just redirect them to the home page because they're basically going to be logged in after changing their password. All right, so the field here, password, type needs to be of password. We're going to say change password, rename our component. And then this looks pretty good. I just want to see if it's rendering the page okay. So if I rerun this, did not work. And I just want to come back over here. I'm just going to restart it. We may just have a bug in our code because I saw some errors. I refresh. It looks like it's good to go. All right, so we can see our change password. So how are we getting access to this? Same way we did with our confirm. We can use the, if we go back over to confirm, you'll notice we did get initial props. You'll notice I was using this in a component that was a class. I learned the other day in one of the comments that we can actually get this to work with a functional component or a component that's a function as well. So to do that, I'm going to say const change password, and then I'm going to export default change password below. But we can say change password dot, and then the function name that we need to add here is this get initial props. So I can copy that name, and we can set that equal to a function, and then we can return the props. In this case, we're going to pass a token. So this is going to have the context, and we're going to get the query, and the query is going to have the token that we want. Now the token that we want also, so like you'll notice, so I was going to use my context here, but what I want is to be able to say what the type of this token is. I guess we don't really need to worry about it, but if we wanted to do what the type definition of this is, because you'll notice it's string or string array or undefined, what we can do is say next context, and we can pass in what the value is. So token is a string. So that's how you can type. We can pass in a generic like that. Anyway, so now the token is going to be passed as a prop up here. Token, and token is going to be just a string. And so now we can pass in the token right there. And again, this token is coming from this get initial props function, and that's getting it from the URL by doing this destructuring and then returning it, which is going to add it to the props. All right, so now I'm going to inspect so we can see the response. So I'm going to change my password to tom@tom.com 2. Copy that, change it, and it looked like it worked. I can go to hello, see if I'm logged in. I am logged in. Cool. I can log out, and I can log back in, and hopefully I remember. Oh, I did not copy. Let's hope I typed my password correctly. tom@tom.com, and I said I put a 2 at the end. Perfect. So change password did indeed work for me. So that is how you can implement forgot password and change password, the two forms, and get it all working on the front end.